This does not look like an adult writing anything. To me, this is just insane to say that this is the same person writing.
Nobody expected Charlie Kirk's sister to say a single word. For months, she stayed silent. No interviews, no statements, no jumping into the online circus. While the internet argued and headlines piled up, she grieved in private. But today, she broke her silence, and what she revealed about Erica Kirk hit like a thunderclap. According to Charlie's sister, the emotional letters Erica claimed Charlie wrote, the very notes she presented as proof of their loving bond, were never written by him at all. She says they were faked, not random forgeries, not sloppy copies, carefully constructed letters designed to make Erica look innocent, devoted, and wronged, while quietly casting Charlie as unstable and dependent. And then came the line that froze everything. He was scared of you, Erica. She didn't stop there. He told us he wrote it, and you hid those letters and replaced them with your own fake ones. Silence. Even longtime defenders paused. Because if that accusation holds weight, letters were fabricated to reshape Charlie's final months, then the entire public narrative about their marriage, their arguments, and his emotional state may have been built on a lie. A family insider now claims the real letters, the ones Charlie allegedly wrote, tell a very different story. Instead of praise and poetic gratitude, they describe fear, distrust, and a need for distance. According to the insider, Erica knew those letters existed and worked hard to keep them out of sight. Now the sister says she's done protecting anyone. She claims she has receipts, screenshots, original handwriting samples, and she's ready to put them on the table. What makes this even more explosive is the tension inside the Kirk family didn't start yesterday. It had been simmering for months, mostly out of public view. Erica, according to relatives, carefully curated a polished image of their relationship. Online, they looked united, stable, strong. But people close to Charlie say the cracks were already widening. They describe a gradual shift. He didn't explode. He didn't disappear. He just changed. He became quieter, more cautious, careful with his words. When family members asked what was wrong, he would offer a tight smile and say, "I am fine. Erica's just under a lot of pressure." His sister now says he wasn't fine. She claims he left private clues, handwritten notes, journal entries, late-night messages sent when Erica wasn't around. In those messages, he allegedly described feeling controlled and monitored. He reportedly worried that honest conversations would spiral into conflict. She says he feared his words would be twisted or used against him. One line she claims he wrote still echoes in her mind. "I don't recognize who she is anymore." Meanwhile, Erica painted a very different picture publicly. She shared letters that portrayed her as the steady anchor, the supportive wife standing by a struggling husband. The notes were filled with glowing praise and polished language that fit neatly into her version of events. But the sister says the tone didn't match Charlie at all. She knew his handwriting, his pacing, his emotional rhythm. And when she saw the letters Erica released after his death, something didn't sit right. "These aren't his words," she reportedly told close relatives. Still, she kept quiet at first. She didn't want chaos during mourning. She didn't want to accuse without solid proof. Then came the leaks. Questions about timelines, rushed arrangements, missing details. Each new development made the public letters look less authentic. The turning point came when she discovered a small wooden box at their mother's house, a box Erica allegedly didn't know existed. Inside were letters written over the past year, real ones. Some expressed frustration, some fear, some pleaded for space. One reportedly read, "She twists everything. I don't feel safe telling her anything." Another said, "I need a break. I need time to breathe." And the most devastating line, "I'm scared she'll ruin me if I ever leave." If genuine, those words don't just contradict Erica's narrative, they shatter it. When confronted privately about why Charlie's real letters were missing, Erica allegedly responded, "He must have thrown them out. He only kept the ones he wrote for me." Except the sister says she has the originals, the real handwriting, the emotional truth. And when she watched Erica in interviews quoting lines Charlie never wrote, phrases that sounded more like branding copy than personal confession, that's when she decided the silence had to end. Something inside her snapped. That's why she finally went public. That's why she said the line that echoed across the internet, "Charlie was scared of you." She wasn't just going after Erica, she was fighting for Charlie's real voice. According to the sister, Erica didn't just misrepresent a few details. She staged the letters to mask a marriage that was already collapsing. She allegedly hid the truth about their final arguments. She manipulated the world into believing a fantasy, the sister claimed. And then she hinted at something even darker. "There are more letters," she said. "Letters no one was ever meant to see. Letters about late-night fights, about control, about emotional pressure. Letters describing threats to damage his reputation if he ever walked away. Letters explaining why Charlie had been pulling back from public life, why he looked drained, why his death stunned the public, but not his sister." She says he warned them. He wrote that he felt trapped in someone else's story. He wrote that Erica wanted to shape my legacy before I'm even gone. And now, the family believes that's exactly what happened. When the sister opened the wooden box Charlie had hidden it there, side by side with the letters Erica shared side by side with the letters Erica shared publicly, the contrast was chilling. Charlie's real notes were messy, slanted, uneven, written with the shaky urgency of someone overwhelmed. The public letters were neat, controlled, almost too perfect. They were drafted to protect an image. It was like comparing a private diary to a press release. The family's reaction was explosive. His mother cried. His brother slammed his hand on the table. These weren't minor differences. They looked like two completely different authors. Then came the first twist. One quiet uncle asked a simple question. "Where are the envelopes?" The room went still. The letters Erica posted online had no envelopes, no dates, no postmarks, just clean sheets of paper, conveniently flattering and conveniently aligned with her story. But Charlie's letters from the wooden box, every single one had an envelope, stamped, dated, folded, preserved. That was the first red flag. The second came when the family hired a professional forensic handwriting examiner. They didn't give her names. They didn't mention Erica. They just sent two stacks. Stack A, Charlie's verified letters. Stack B, the letters Erica claimed he wrote. The report came back in 48 hours. These sets were not written by the same person. The differences are substantial, structural, and deliberate. The examiner noted that Charlie's authentic handwriting had irregular spacing, emotional downward slants, inconsistent pressure. The disputed letters showed uniform strokes, artificial pauses, and spacing consistent with someone slowly imitating another style. In plain terms, they appeared forged. But the biggest shock was in the final paragraph of the report. The examiner wrote that the handwriting in the disputed letters was consistent with samples from another individual. She wouldn't name who without legal clearance. But she added one detail. The match belonged to someone with extremely close access to Charlie and his affairs. The family didn't need it spelled out. Still, the sister wanted something airtight, something Erica couldn't dismiss. So she searched Charlie's digital backups, old drafts, notebooks, anything that might tell the full story. That's when she found his journal. It wasn't polished, it wasn't regular, just scattered entries written when he was overwhelmed. One entry read, "I feel like a prisoner in my own home. Erica controls everything, my messages, my schedule, even what I'm allowed to say about our marriage." Another, written weeks before his death. "She told me last night that if I ever tried to leave, she would destroy my entire legacy and expose me as unstable. I don't know who she is anymore. I'm scared." And then the line that made the sister's hands shake. "If anything happens to me, check the letters. She's rewriting my life. Rewriting my life." The very accusation now at the center of the storm. But the real twist isn't just that Charlie may have predicted it. It's what the family discovered next. Here's the twist no one saw coming. Erica knew he kept a journal. The day after Charlie's sister discovered the wooden box and secured digital backups, she returned to the house to collect more of his belongings. That's when she saw it. A half-burned notebook sitting in the fireplace. Same cover Charlie always used. Edges scorched, pages torn out, ashes still warm. Someone had tried to destroy it. But Erica didn't know the sister already had copies. At that point, this wasn't grief. It wasn't confusion. It wasn't someone protecting a memory. It looked like obstruction, like narrative control, like someone trying to rewrite history. and possibly rewrite a dead man's voice to protect herself. And then came the detail that changed everything. Tucked inside the journal's inner pocket was a letter addressed not to family, but to Erica. In Charlie's real handwriting, it read, "I know you're reading my messages. I know you're watching everything. I know you're scared. I'll tell the truth. I am too." And at the bottom, "I don't trust you." That single line directly contradicted every glowing tribute letter Erica had shared publicly. That's when the sister went fully public. Not out of rage, not out of impulse, but because she believed she had proof. When she uploaded the first real letter online, Charlie's authentic handwriting, the internet didn't erupt immediately. It froze. The letter wasn't polished. It wasn't inspirational. It didn't read like a social media tribute. The first line said, "I don't feel safe telling you how I really feel." That line alone shook people. Then she posted another letter, written 2 months before his death. "You twist my words. You control every part of my life. I'm scared of how you'll react if I pull away." The reaction online was intense. Supporters began asking hard questions. Critics demanded answers. The narrative shifted overnight. Then, the forensic handwriting examiner went public. Calm, clinical, direct, side-by-side comparisons were shown. She explained that the disputed letters contained slow, deliberate strokes, classic indicators of imitation. Charlie's verified handwriting had natural momentum, emotional slant, irregular spacing. The others showed hesitation and uniform precision. "The forged letters have performance," she said. "The authentic ones have emotional flow." That word, performance, spread everywhere. Erica remained silent, and that silence started speaking louder than any statement could. Then, the sister posted a photo from the Eudit journal with one sentence highlighted, "If anything happens to me, check the letters." The internet exploded again. But the most devastating reveal came next. The sister released a private voice note found in Charlie's cloud backup. His voice sounded tired, measured, real. In it, he said, "She says she'll control the story if I ever walk away. She said people will believe her because she's better at lying. Emotionally, I feel trapped." Millions replayed it. Then came a second recording made weeks before his death. In it, Charlie said, "She's making me write things I don't mean, things that make her look like the victim." That line changed the conversation completely. It suggested the possibility that some letters may have been pressured or influenced while he was alive, not just fabricated later. But the final shock was still waiting. Stuffed deep inside the partially burned journal was an unfinished draft addressed to "My sister." It read, "If I don't get to tell you this in person, no, I tried. Erica is pretending. She'll pretend after I'm gone too. Don't believe her letters." A direct warning. When the sister posted a side-by-side image, Charlie's authentic letter next to one of the tribute letters Erica had shared, the differences were impossible to ignore. Charlie's writing slanted left, uneven, emotional. The tribute letter slanted right, spaced with ruler-like precision. Charlie used shorthand and incomplete thoughts. The other version used perfect punctuation and polished phrasing. One looked human, the other looked curated. Public figures began distancing themselves. Commentators went live. The pressure mounted. But even now, the sister says there's one more letter missing. A final message Charlie wrote, one she believes was hidden or destroyed. And if that letter surfaces, it may expose something even darker than manipulation. According to Charlie's sister, the missing letter was the most important one of all. She says it was Charlie's attempt to explain why he feared for his future, and why someone close to him was rewriting the truth before he was even gone. And then, she made her boldest move yet. She posted a blurred photo of an envelope, stamped, addressed, opened, empty. Her caption read, "Erica knows exactly what was in here." The internet froze. This was no longer just about forged letters, no longer just about manipulation. This was about a missing piece so explosive it could dismantle Erica's entire version of events. And the sister added one more detail that sent shockwaves everywhere. Someone outside the family has a copy. Someone Charlie trusted. Someone Erica never expected. Someone, she says, who is ready to come forward. When Charlie's authentic letters first hit social media, the uneven handwriting, the fear-soaked lines, the journal entries warning that his story would be rewritten, the reaction wasn't mild. It was a full-blown eruption. Every platform locked onto the story at once. Commentators, influencers, news panels, nobody wanted to be the one not covering it. Hashtags trended within hours. Hashtag Charlie told the truth. Hashtag justice for Charlie. Hashtag forged letters. Hashtag who has the missing letter. Timelines were swallowed by one question: why would Erica fake his letters? Comment sections spiraled. Supporters said, he literally warned us. Others wrote, she forged a dead man's words. Emotions ran high. The idea that someone might have manipulated a deceased person's voice struck a nerve far beyond one family. And through all of it, Erica stayed silent. No statement, no denial, not even a vague public relations response. That silence became its own headline. Then, the forensic handwriting examiner's analysis went viral. Calm, precise, clinical. She explained the differences again. The forged letters showed slow, deliberate strokes, consistent with imitation. The verified letters had emotional momentum and natural irregularities. The disputed letters show performance, she repeated. The authentic ones show emotional flow. Clips of her breakdowns spread everywhere. Creators zoomed in on pen pressure and spacing. Side-by-side comparisons filled feeds. Viewers debated every curve and slant. Even commentators who typically avoid family controversies weighed in. Some called it narrative manipulation. Others warned against jumping to conclusions, but agreed the discrepancies demanded answers. The tone shifted from gossip to serious scrutiny. Then another twist hit. An independent handwriting analyst compared the disputed letters not just to Charlie's known writing, but to older public samples of Erica's handwriting from event forms and archived documents. Her conclusion? The disputed letters appeared more consistent with Erica's natural writing patterns than Charlie's. That clip exploded. Speculation intensified. Online detectives connected new dots. The partially burned notebook, the torn journal pocket, the empty envelope the sister posted. A theory took hold that the missing letter may have been inside the journal Erica allegedly tried to destroy. Creators dissected every detail. Was the missing letter too damaging, too revealing, too specific? Then a viral video appeared, claiming that the person holding the missing letter might soon step forward. Within hours, several individuals who had been publicly close to Charlie posted cryptic messages. One wrote, "The truth always finds a witness." Another posted, "She doesn't know who has it." The frenzy doubled. Who has the letter? A friend, a colleague, a former team member? Meanwhile, Erica's social media accounts showed noticeable changes. Deleted posts, edited bios, comments restricted. Some interpreted it as legal preparation. Others saw panic. Then someone resurfaced an old clip of Charlie speaking at an event months before his death. In it, he said, "The truth has a way of protecting itself even when people try to rewrite it." The clip went viral overnight, but just when the conversation seemed maxed out, the sister posted again. Another blurred envelope, different handwriting. Her caption, "Found in his belongings, not written by Charlie, but addressed to him. This changes everything." Instant chaos. Who wrote it? What did it say? Is it connected to the missing letter? At that moment, the story shifted again. It wasn't just about forged letters anymore. It became something bigger, a puzzle of warnings, erased pages, and messages that may have been hidden in plain sight. And if that second envelope contains what some suspect, the next revelation could blow this wide open. Charlie's sister ended her post with one chilling sentence: "You're not ready for what's in the other letter." When she revealed the second envelope, the one not written by Charlie, not part of the alleged forgeries, not connected to Erica's public story, most people assumed it was just more evidence against Erica. They were wrong. This letter wasn't written after Charlie's death. It wasn't written by him. It was written to him. When the sister slid the paper out, she later said her hands were shaking. The handwriting was rushed, slanted, uneven. Not Charlie's, not Erica's, someone else entirely. The first line split the entire situation wide open. "Charlie, you were right to be afraid." The internet didn't even need the rest to spiral. But there was more. "She's rewriting everything around you. She's isolating you. She's controlling the narrative. You need to leave before she finishes what she started." Who wrote that? Who knew what he was going through? And why was this letter hidden? Then came another line that hit even harder. She already said that if you walk away, she'll burn every part of your legacy. She said the public will believe her version over yours. I've heard her practice the lines. I've seen the drafts. Practice the lines, drafts. That suggested preparation, rehearsal, a plan. Then, the sentence that made everything colder. Do not leave your journal where she can find it. Whoever wrote this knew about the journal, knew it was in danger. That means this person had close access, close enough to witness tension, close enough to fear what was happening. But here's the part no one expected. The final lines of the letter were completely blacked out, not faded, not blurred, covered in heavy ink, intentional, violent strokes across the page. The sister held it to the light, nothing visible. She posted a photo of the redacted section with one caption, "This is what terrifies me." Speculation exploded instantly. Did someone try to hide a name, a detail, a warning too dangerous to show? Then came the last shock. Tucked beneath the warning letter was a second page. 2 sentences only. She knows about the other letter. You're not safe. The other letter. The missing one Charlie allegedly wrote, the one the sister says could expose everything. Within minutes of her post, an anonymous account commented, "I know what was in the missing letter. I have my copy." The comment vanished almost immediately, but screenshots spread everywhere. Now the pressure is suffocating. The forged letters have collapsed. The journal raised alarms. The anonymous warning confirms fear. And somewhere out there, someone claims to have the missing letter, the one Charlie wrote in case something happened. If that letter surfaces, this entire story could flip again. And this time, there may be no rewriting it.